So Warzone Reloaded Season 2 is coming out today, later today. And according to this website, Dual Shockers, there have been patch notes that have been posted somewhere. So if you want to read them, you can read them on this website, but we're going to be quickly going over the most important things here. So a huge change that we're going to be seeing is deployable buy stations. So it's added as a legendary ground loot. The deployable buy station is a field upgrade that once the marker is deployed, will call on a buy station to the location. It has the same inventory as a normal buy station and will show up on the tac map with its own unique icon. So that's pretty interesting. I wonder if like an enemy team uses it, will you be able to use their buy station, or is it only for that team? So that's going to be a cool addition to the game. I don't know how much I like this yet, but it should be interesting to see once we get some gameplay with it. And then some quality of life changes here. We have adjustments for the gas mask. Players will now be able to drop their gas mask, whether to give a squad mate or out of choice, through the drop down inventory menu. So you can basically drop your gas mask now, which is really helpful. And then here's another cool one with the armor satchels. Players can collect the armor plates within the ground loot armor satchels, even if they are currently equipped with an armor satchel. They now show how many armor plates they contain in their loot card. So if you kill someone, you can pick up the plates in their armor satchel, which is really helpful, even if you're holding an armor satchel. So that makes life a lot easier. And then recovery, while down, players will be able to control the state they would be self-revived into to allow for being in a prone or crouch state. So that's really cool. You can self-revive, and instead of just shooting up in the air, you can stay prone or stay crouched, which is really interesting. Uh, Contracts have been rotated at an angle to make them easier to find and ping. They rebalance the distribution of contracts in the Battle Royale and better favor bounties. Most Wanted has been removed from the selection pool of Top Secret. Yeah, that's kind of annoying. Smoke grenades improvements have been made to better distinguish the visual differences between loadout drop markers, the new deployable buy station, and smoke grenades. That's really helpful. This is another huge quality of life change here, the parachutes. I remember in Rebirth Island, I was never able to cut my parachute if I was like a few feet off the ground. I just had to wait it out until I landed. So now you're able to do that. You can now cut parachutes at any point before their feet touch the ground. An adjustment has been made to slightly increase the height required for being able to deploy a parachute in order to reduce false positives of the parachute opening when jumping at an angled low height. So I noticed this a lot yesterday, especially when I was playing yesterday. I would jump and I would like open my parachute. It was just so annoying if you're near a ledge or something like that. Heavy weapon drop is a public event. Uh, Loot has vastly improved, now including guaranteed UAV, which is really good. So it'll incentivize people to get that, and a guaranteed legendary loot item. So that's interesting. Fire sale public event, instead of being an 80% discount, it's only 50% for UAVs. And commendations, the page will show how unearned commendations to better help players collect them all. Interesting. So, new Rebirth Island ingredients, weapon trade station. This feature allows players to trade their currently equipped weapon for great commodities such as armor satchels, kill streaks, cash, and more. So that's interesting. You can trade weapons in for armor satchels, kill streaks, cash, and much more. So that's going to be an interesting addition to the game here. Fire sale deal accepts any weapons and gives you great rewards. Players can only do this one time per weapon trade station. Legendary rarity weapon with 2 extra magazines, 1 legendary field upgrade. All right, so you can basically turn in stuff. You can basically trade stuff at these weapon trade stations. That's pretty cool. Then they have the list of all the stuff you can trade in for. All right, so let's look at the map. Rebirth Island adjustments. You've increased the amount of loot in less visited areas to encourage players to explore the island. One of the places people didn't go to a lot was security area, so maybe they're adding more loot there. And we've added plenty of cover in hotspots where players usually get killed to give them a chance to fight back. So that's pretty cool. Like one of these areas is in the prison courtyard. They added some tents there, so that's going to be a new area in the game. New Skybox was still delivering the bright and sunny afternoon sky that is beloved by the community, but with a few twists. Drastic sun orientation updates to change the shapes of the shadows throughout the map. So they're just basically changing the lighting of the game, it seems like. Redeploy balloons have arrived on Rebirth, but with a few twists. Destroyed by default, less health, and between 0 to 4 balloons active at the same time. I don't know if I like that. I feel like the map is small enough to get around. I feel like you only need these on Caldera, where the map is so massive and there's so many different levels of elevation that you actually need them to move around. So I don't know if I'm going to like this on Rebirth Island. And then they also changed the Gulag. The midsection of the Gulag has been modified to create more exciting engagements for Iron Trials. So from yesterday's video, security area becomes Stronghold, shore becomes dock. There's going to be a cargo ship now present by the Nova 6 docks. That's interesting. Prison yard has been partially reinforced, and the construction materials can be used as cover or platforms for jumping onto the guard wall walkway. So that's really cool. Repainted water tower with Purse's flags looms in the distance. Boat docked at Nova 6 factory. Wait, I thought that was this one. Oh, they just changed the name of shore to dock. Oh, and there's a ship there as well. Okay. So there's more ships on the map. So boat docked at Nova 6 factory. And then the new weapons, the Armaguerra 43, very high rate of fire SMG. It's probably going to be the new meta gun right here. And then there's some weapon adjustments here. It seems like the Vargo got nerfed. The Volkster, I'm just going to say that. Gun kick adjusted, probably a little bit easier to control now. G43 seems like it got buffed. M1 Garand seems like it got buffed. SVT, full velocity buffed. So they're just trying to buff these guns that no one uses, basically. Most melee weapons now execute a melee finisher on a second consecutive strike. Shotgun, Vanguard shot damage increased by 10%. 5 to 6 bullets now. Sniper rifles. Aim assist is enabled when not in ADS. That's pretty good for controller players. Aim assist enabled when not in ADS. Sten, the Gorenko capacity increased to 36 bullets instead of 32. So they just gave the Sten more bullets. That's pretty interesting. The well gun is getting nerfed here. Recoil increased slightly. Fire rate decreased by 2.2%. Now we'll see how that adjusts the meta of the game right now. Attachments, we have ammunition, hollow point, damage now decreased by 20%, so hollow point got nerfed. Barrels, not going to really read this much. Oh, this one got recoil control decreased from 36% to 15%. Wow. Okay. Magazine for the well gun, visual recoil decreased. Fire rate increased. That's pretty good. Maximum damage decreased by 1. Decreased. Alright, so it's slightly got nerfed, the well gun. I would say overall the well gun got nerfed. And then we have some changes to the rear grip for sniper rifles. So they just fixed how they're supposed to actually work. And that's about it. So the new Warzone 2 Reloaded stuff is going to be coming out in an hour from now, and it should be exciting. So if you're excited and hope that the game is a lot better now, it seems like the game's going to be a lot better now with all these quality of life changes. So I'm hopeful for the game, and hopefully it's good. Thanks for watching the video. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel, and if you have any comments, questions, or suggestions, leave them in the comment section below, and I'll try to answer you as soon as I can. Thanks for watching. Peace!